Good morning, welcome to one of my favorite places in the country. I'm in western Wyoming. I am in the Wind River Range. This is my third visit to this mountain range. You might remember that last year, if you've been watching the videos for a while, I made two expeditions here. In the first one, I crossed the range, I traversed the range on foot over 4 or 5 days. We backpacked across the range, incredible scenery. And then on the second trip, I spent 3 days solo backpacking into and climbing the highest mountain in the range, which is also the highest mountain in Wyoming, Gannett Peak. I made videos of both of those. They're some of the most spectacular videos I've done, I think, so I'll put links to those in the video description if you'd like to see those. That second trip, the Gannett Peak trip, started from this same trailhead. This is the Green Lakes area, kind of on the northwestern end of the Wind Rivers. It snowed last night. It rained where I camped. I got to this area in the dark and just found basically a roadside pullout and camped there for the night. It rained all night there, thunderstorms, lightning, the whole shebang. It snowed on these mountains around me here. The trail follows this beautiful lake, and I'm going to be basically hiking to the end of this lake and then hanging left. Last time I kept going straight, this time I'm going left. But you can see freshly fallen snow on those peaks over there. This one is just iconic. It's called Square Top Mountain, for obvious reasons. This is the last day of my Wyoming trip, and this is the third mountain range I've explored. On this trip, I'm heading home tonight. This is about 4 hours from where I live. And on this hike today, which I think will turn out to be about 13 or 14 miles, I'll be seeing 4 or 5 things that are all beautiful or interesting in one way or another. About 45 minutes into the hike now, I'm ready to leave the main trail. So, as I said, I'm at the tail end of the lake here, and the Square Top Mountain is right here. The main trail goes this way, continues through that valley, but I'm turning left here into a side canyon, the second canyon or valley of the day. Just heard some rockfall up there. And then the first destination of the day is somewhere pretty close by here. Then from this second valley or canyon, I'll be eventually hanging a right into the third canyon or valley of the day, which will ultimately lead me to kind of the high point of this trip. I feel like I'm hiking through Norse mythology here. It just feels otherworldly. And I'm fairly certain now that I am headed up this way, up this little, if you can even call that a side canyon, up here to this kind of basin up there. And here's the little makeshift bridge that crosses the creek. I'm just glad I don't have to ford the thing. This really is one of the more spectacular places I've been to in recent memory. So I've been hiking up, switchbacking my way up the hillside to the top. And from the main trail, there's a detour to take you to the bottom of a waterfall. I think the trail goes near the top of it too, but I haven't gotten that far yet. But it's one of the more unique and spectacular waterfalls I've ever seen. This is Slide Creek Falls. And it goes down a slide, basically a natural, solid rock water slide. It's 200 or 300 feet long and a good 20 feet across. I've never seen anything like this before. That is just remarkable. And here's the top of the falls. This is where it turns from just a creek into that solid rock slab. And you can't even see the bottom. I hope no one has ever tried to actually slide down this thing. You would die. First of all, there are a couple of trees that go across it. There's one closer to the bottom. Those would certainly kill you. And then of course the, 300-foot long drop would also certainly kill you. And it's low angled enough that you would just like roll and get knocked unconscious and yeah. And by the way, I never do this in my videos because I think it's kind of annoying, but this is a spectacular place. I think that this deserves a thumb up, so go ahead and hit that like button. I would appreciate it. When you do that, it tells YouTube that this is a popular video, that this is a video that people like, and so YouTube is more likely to recommend that video to other people. That helps this video get more views, and that helps more people find the channel, so please do that. Thank you. Okay, I'm getting closer and closer to my destination. There's one more thing right before we get there that I wanted to show you. It's a spring. It's called Fishbowl Spring. It's a natural spring, beautiful crystal clear water, and there are fish in it. I can see fish over here. That's why it's called Fishbowl, because you can stand here and stare at the fish in it. It's a beautiful, vibrant turquoise. You see the trout swimming around in there? They look like little sharks, miniature sharks. These are not big fish. They're probably, I don't know, 8 or 10 inches. I actually have my fishing stuff with me. I do not think that these would be difficult fish to catch, but I also think it would be a little bit unsporting. Probably the closest thing to shooting fish in a barrel without actually having a gun or a barrel. They're letting me get pretty close without freaking out too much. I'm right on the edge of the spring now, basically. I love it. I can't quite tell what kind of trout these are. I'm guessing brook trout, but I'm not sure. We are almost there. I see it through the trees here. This is Slide Lake. It's a lake up in this hanging valley up here. I'm a little bit bummed that you can't see these mountains right here. I caught a glimpse of them, we caught a glimpse of them as I was hiking along the edge of that meadow about half an hour ago. The clouds have since moved in. The clouds are a mixed blessing. They make everything look just epic. Truly epic. but then they completely obscure other things. Gorgeous lake though. It's so quiet. I'm surprised how few people I've seen up here. I'll tell you what though, this place, this mountain range, let me see if I can adjust this here. This mountain range has just sucked me in. It's one of those places that whispers to me, that like grabs me by the collar and whispers, "Never leave, stay here." And I'm considering it. This is the kind of place that has me rethinking all of my life choices and plans to this point. It's like, yeah, why not just come up here and find a cave to live in and bring my wife and dog, and yeah, we'll just, forage for berries and live off of lichen and squirrel droppings. And I mean, this is the kind of place that makes you want to dedicate your life to it. And this is only my third time here. I can only imagine that as I come here more and more, that I'll feel that pull, that allure even stronger. What a gorgeous place. It took me, let me see how long it took me to get here. 3.5 hours, 7.5 miles total. I'm guessing a good half hour of that is me filming things. And let's see, about 1,700 feet of elevation gain. Not that bad of a hike. I mean, it's kind of switchbacky and a little bit steep coming up here, but really not that bad. Oh, I love it. I love this mountain range. I was thinking about this as I was hiking up. This is probably one of my 1 or 2 favorite places in the country. It is just that enchanting to me. And oh wow, the clouds are actually already clearing as I'm sitting here talking. That's incredible. I did bring some fishing stuff. I think I am going to fish here for about, I'll give it half an hour. I think I'll go over on this side and fish for about half an hour, see if I catch anything. If the fishing is good, I might fish for an hour or 2, and maybe by then or at some point then the view will have cleared up even more. Wow, even this has cleared up a little bit more. Jeez. What a mountain range. Well, I fished for an hour and a half. I really wanted to catch something, but I didn't. Didn't catch a single fish, didn't get a single bite. I don't think I even saw any fish. I saw a couple fish rise, but that's all, nothing more than that. If you do want to see me catch more fish, I do have a fishing channel called Tenkara Addict, where I've caught probably over 1,000 fish on camera on that channel, so go check that out if you haven't already. And now that the clouds have parted and the sun is out a little bit, I can give you a better view of the mountains surrounding the lake. Just an incredible place. And I have quite a bit of hiking to do now. I have to hike back out of here and then down into that second valley, that really gorgeous valley. And then there's something I want to go see down in that valley that's further up the valley. So I'm not going to film a ton between here and there, maybe a couple of clips, but mostly I just want to get to that next spot and show it to you, and then we'll get out of here. Okay, about an hour and 40 minutes now after leaving the lake. I'm at the last thing that I wanted to see today, and the last thing I wanted to show you. And that is a natural bridge. You can see that the The stream here comes right out of the rock. And there's this natural bridge above it. Let's go first down there to water level and peer inside. And then I think we can probably get on top and look out over it. I don't know. Let's go explore a little bit. This is crazy. It really does go all the way through. We've even got some wild raspberries here. Or if they're not raspberries, there's something in the raspberry family. Oh wow, and on the other side there's just a giant cavern. The limestone has just been eaten away. And here I am on top. This is the narrowest part right here. This is the bridge. Isn't nature amazing? Here's looking down over the downstream end of the tunnel, of the bridge, whatever it is. Then here's looking at the upstream side where the water flows in. And you can really see the bridge here too. Looks very bridge-like. Here's looking down the valley. And here's looking up the valley. And I think this is a good place to end things. Oh, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this series, this 5-day, 3-video series of 3 different mountain ranges in Wyoming. I loved it. This is one of my favorite trips I've been on recently. It was short and sweet and spectacular. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions. I now have a couple hours of hiking back to my car, and then 4 or 5 hours of driving, and then 3 or 4 hours of video editing to do tonight before I can go to sleep. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Be sure to check out Adventure Know-How, my new site, where you can gain access to a map of all of my free campsites, plus monthly bonus videos that you won't find anywhere else. Learn more at adventureknowhow.com. And for links to everything else SUV RVing related, visit suvrving.com. Links to these sites and more will be in the video description.